Hey groovy people, back again for a week 6 update. If you are not already familiar with what MdDS is, it stands for Mal de Debarquement Syndrome. Mal de Debarquement Syndrome is a very rare, poorly understood illness. Coming up on February 28th, we have National Rare Disease Day, and I'm going to be doing an awareness video about MdDS for National Rare Disease Day. Since this is such a rare illness and so poorly understood, there are so many people suffering from it and so few doctors who are even knowledgeable of it or have even heard of it before. So what happens to a lot of those people who are suffering from it, they spend years going from doctor to doctor, specialist to specialist, running tests, trying medications, having no idea what's wrong with them. So we really want to do our part to raise awareness for this illness. If you could, leave me some comments down below and let me know what kind of questions you would like me to answer for that special that I do for National Rare Disease Day. Leave me any kind of questions you have about the illness, any topics you'd like to see discussed. I'm really looking forward to posting that special for everyone and helping to raise awareness. Looking forward to showing my stripes, and I hope that some of you guys can show your stripes too by supporting me by leaving a comment down below. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe now so that you don't miss any of these great updates coming up. So a little bit of an update on what we've been doing so far. I started out doing the raw capsules and the decarboxylated gel capsules. I noticed pretty quickly, if you've been keeping up with my videos, that I didn't feel like the raw CBD was helping me. I did do a little bit of research, and when CBD is in its raw form, it's actually CBDA. When it gets decarboxylated, that's when the acid burns off and it becomes just CBD. So technically this is CBDA. CBDA does not stimulate the endocannabinoid system the same way that CBD does. So that may be the reason that I wasn't feeling the same relief from the raw capsules. I definitely did feel like I was getting some relief from the 25 milligram decarboxylated capsules though, which I eventually ran out of. So when I ran out of the Dixie gel caps, I switched over to a product that is by the same company, Dixie Botanicals. This is their tincture. This whole bottle only contains 100 milligrams of CBD, and it's supposed to contain 60 doses. So that makes each dose only 1.66 milligrams, which is absolutely minuscule compared to the 25 milligrams I was taking with the gel caps. So I needed to find a way to increase my CBD intake while I was using this tincture. What I decided to do was start using isolate powder. So this isolate powder is really kind of universal. This whole bottle has 1,000 milligrams of CBD versus this larger bottle 100 milligrams of CBD. So a little bit goes a long way with this. I feel like for these past few weeks, I've done a good job of maintaining close to the same levels of CBD intake by combining these two products. I was taking a dose of the tincture in the morning, a dose of the tincture at night, but then I was also increasing that dose by adding the isolate powder in the morning and at night, and sometimes a small dose of the isolate powder in the middle of the day. So last night, I used my very last dosage of the CBD tincture. I'm glad that I used my last dose because I was not enjoying taking this. I was just trying to use it up since it was a freebie that I got. So what am I going to continue with now? That is the question. So what I'm going to do now is another product that I got in my Hempel box. This is Cbd Genesis Capsules. I think this is probably going to continue giving me the same relief that I was getting from the Dixie Botanicals. One thing that I've noticed is that I feel like I need a higher dose than what things recommend. When I started taking the CBD, it definitely took a few weeks of continuous use for me to really feel like I was for sure noticing a difference. But now that I've been doing this for 6 weeks, I'm really positive that the CBD is making a difference. It's not completely stopping the rocking. I definitely feel still a constant rocking, like I'm on a boat. Now, I think about how things used to trigger me before. Grocery shopping. It used to get so bad when I was shopping that I would physically start rocking. Like I could no longer hold in the motion. I would notice it and get really self-conscious about it. And the way that I would notice it is I would reach out to grab something off the shelf, and I would literally like see my own arm bobbing around and waving around while I was trying to reach for something. Used to be the second I would walk into a place like Costco or Walmart, I would immediately be triggered and I would have to rush through my shopping trip and just get what I could and leave. Now that I've been doing the CBD for 6 weeks, I can almost finish my shopping trip before I notice that my symptoms are increasing. Sometimes I'll be able to go into multiple stores and do a little bit of a shopping spree before I realize that my symptoms have increased at all. Another thing that I did mention in my last video was that I had gotten some Cbd Vape Cartridges in my Hempel box that I ordered. If you haven't watched my Hempel box unboxing, I would recommend that you go back and watch that. I think that it's really a great bang for your buck if you're looking to introduce yourself to some CBD products. But this CBD Distillery vape cartridge came in my Hempel box. I'm not a smoker, I'm not a vapor, but I decided to go ahead and give it a try and see what I noticed from it, since I am kind of doing this experiment for you guys and for myself. And I did notice that this gave instant relief when my symptoms were high. Another product that I got in my Hempel box were these Cbd Gummies. And they have about 10 milligrams of CBD each. So I know that we all want this magic cure that's just going to like make it go away. And in all the studies and all the tests and all the trials that have been done so far, they haven't found that magic cure. I think what I have to keep in mind here is that I am noticing some improvement. It definitely has not made the rocking completely stop, but it has really given me some noticeable relief. My triggers do not trigger me as bad. My triggers do not trigger me as quickly. So if you are open to trying CBD, I would definitely say try it. I will tell you that you are probably going to need a higher dosage than what any of the bottles tell you to take. I also want to say that it took a few weeks before I noticed for sure that it was helping. So definitely stick with it. If that first day, that first week, you're not really sure that it's making a difference, stick with it. Give it at least a month. And since I've been doing this now for 6 weeks, I've had some days where I'm like, gosh, am I even rocking? Like, am I even that bad anymore? Maybe I'm getting better. And I decide to go ahead and skip a dose because I think, well, gosh, I'm kind of feeling good. Maybe I don't need to be doing all this. And when I skip that dose, I notice that everything starts coming back. The rocking starts intensifying. I'm easily triggered again. So I realized that I need to stay with this routine and just really keep it up for a while. I'm going to continue taking at least 25 milligrams in the AM, 25 milligrams in the PM, and kind of filling those gaps in between with smaller microdoses of CBD throughout the day if I feel like I'm triggered by anything. But what I'm hoping for is to just calm things down enough that my brain once again remembers what's still, and maybe will just switch back for me.